This is Leonard back with another video for Team Primetime. In this video, I'm going to be going over a new Niv list. This new Niv list is, once again, it is a 5-color money pile build. This is the list that I play the most, or these are the style decks I play the most. This one is a little bit different. I believe this one took down a modern challenge. This one is playing, of course, some new cards. We're playing a Niv Makes Supreme in the 5-mana flex spot over the Scarab God. This card is really, really good at allowing you to flashback your Bring the Lights, your Vanishing versus Dreadboards, etc., which is why we're playing more instants and sorceries and not any kind of fables in this list, which is going to feel really weird because I was very high on fable, but I mean, just having this versatility, really, really good. I did notice that the Rakdos stack builds have been picking up. So cards like Yasharn are going to be really, really good. Keep just completely shutting down their entire deck. Also, notably, gives you 2 lands when it enters. Which is also just more fuel for the Niv Makes Supreme. And we're running a pair of Nahiri the Harbingers, really, really good at cycling away dead cards like lands that you maybe get off the Yasharn. It's blocked up Valkyries in your hand, etc. And just starts off with 4 loyalty going to 6 as soon as you do it. It lets it take a hit, and then you can down ticket exiling, like an enigmatic fire, just laying them binding. Just a way to grind later in the game. Mainboarding the copy of Slaughter Games. I've seen the 5-color, the 4 or 5-color mid-range decks doing this. Let's see, the Greasewing decks are becoming more prevalent. With them becoming more prevalent, and then the 5-color builds also, as well as the Worm decks, like the Indomitable Creatives, we'll say that, because, there's Torrential Gearhulk, there's Worm, there's Atraxa. Whatever variant your opponent's running, a mainboard Slaughter Games, just cutting off their creativity is, sometimes really, really good. And then we're running a couple of Clothis in the main. Once again, the Clothis, really, really good in this grindy metagame we're in right now, with lots of Rakdos mid-range and these creativity decks running around. Like, creativity is a combo deck, but you have things like Vanishing Verse, etc., just sit there and deal with them, so this gives you a way to just incrementally do damage, gain some life, maybe get out of the reach of Worm. You can turn it on, but it's not going to be very often you turn this thing on. So like here are like 3 of the flex spots that we use to cut. Or here are the 4 flex spots that we pretty much cut the fables out for. And then everything else is pretty stock. We went up to the 4th Vanishing Verse. There's a 2nd Dread Boar, 3 Abrupt Decay's main. Land base, a little bit different. Moving into the sideboard, we have 3 Rending Volleys for the Spirits deck, which is picking up in popularity, as well as Humans, 3 Thoughtseize for control, 3 Dovin's Vetoes for control, Blood Baron for the mid-range matchups. Not really, I don't know how I feel about this card, but I don't know that Rakdos is a way to beat this card, so we are playing 1 copy of this card. 3 Bankbuster for control mid-range, and a Casualty of War for the grindy matchups, and I guess the mirror match. This card just seems really, really good in those matchups, as long as we have the mana to cast it. With that all being said, let's go ahead and get into our league. Yorion as my companion. It looks like we're going to be on the draw. I'm going to fix my monitor right quick. It seems a little slow, because I don't have any kind of fast mana. I think I'm going to keep it, though. I have lots of check lands. I have turn 2 green mana if I draw into any of those check lands. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this. We're going to have Fable Passage, turn 2 Caryatid, probably turn 3. Looks like we're up against Rakdos. Any untapped source. We have another draw step to find an untapped source. Alright, we found a swamp. Perfect. Alright, we're going to play this tapped. And say go, opponent. Man, something off of my monitor today. I don't know what it is. Alright. Go ahead, opponent. Do your worst. Turn 1 Haunted Ridge. As I said, I hope we don't get with the Thoughtseize. Okay. As I said, I don't care. I have really good cards against them right now. Like, I have this Caryatid, Bring to Light, and Clothis all in the same hand. This hand is really, really good against specifically mid-range, especially if they're turn 2 as Thoughtseize, not Harvester. It means they're not putting a lot of pressure on me currently as in this game. Like, the way that you lose against these decks, either you have really bad hands or you keep a hand and they just go, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Harvester, and like, they have a really slow start here, which might be fine. Like the castle right here is really, really good for them. I don't want to get hit with another Thoughtseize. I'm going to play Caryatid out, say go. I have another Caryatid for next turn, so I can go land Caryatid. depending on what they play, I might also Dreadbore. If they go Trustbat, they might go Liliana, because I do know that some of the lists are starting to play mainboard Lilianas now. So they go Liliana, I'll just... Okay, they go Edict. That's fine. Edict Thoughtseize. Man, opponent had a very interactive hand. That Clothis would have been really good this game. Alright, Rakdos doing what Rakdos does, just destroying my hand. Good news is in this matchup is we do have a companion, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. I'm gonna slam this, carry edit, and play a Fable. If they play Liliana. Oh, that was a really good draw. So if I draw a land, I can play this Niv next turn. If I don't draw a land, I'm not gonna fetch, I don't think, just because if I draw a land, it lets me grab the mana color I'm missing. Our opponent plays a Fable. It's pretty good. They have a land for turn as well, or no? Do you have a land? Third Thoughtseize, question mark? No third Thoughtseize. Okay, cool. Like I said, not gonna fetch. I'm gonna wait till this draw step. Draw Gardens. Okay. I'm gonna play my land tapped. And I'm gonna go ahead and buy Yorion. And then, could be an argument for dreadboarding this, but they're on 2 cards. They're about to get to cycle away with this Fable. Maybe this Niv can find a Deafening Clarion to kind of clean up this board. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward. So let's see, I have black, red, green, blue, white. Okay, so I'm going to grab a white source, right? So I have green, blue, white, black, red. Okay, I have all colors, so I think I want to grab a Fable. I want to grab a Plains off this passage. We went main phase, draw a card. Draws a card, yeah, okay, they did. Yeah, this is fine. I'm going to fetch a basic Plains here off this Fable, or this passage. I'm going to do it now, it doesn't really matter. Make them think we have binding, maybe. Okay. It's to my turn, we drew a Godly Shrine. So, stick with the plan, I guess. Alright, we're going to cast this Niv. If they don't Thoughtseize me, this Yorion will allow me to just kind of take this game over. I'm going to have to find an answer for this Fable, but I have one in hand. I did find the Deafening Clarion to clean up the board. Go ahead and play this tapped, and it's on you, opponent. So this allows me to. I can't. If they get like Bone Crusher or something, or like really anything. Like if they double crew, I'm just gonna have to tank 4 from this Reckoner, because I don't want to get my Niv stomped. Next turn though, I do plan to go Deafening Clarion, kind of clean up this board state and give lifelink and kind of swing for a 6 attack. Be really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I had like 2 more mana, I could go, you know, Yorion, phase out the carrier to do this, but that'd be way later. I feel pretty. I mean, I have 6 cards in my hand against Rakdos here, and 2 of them are 5 mana. 5 mana, really good cards. Opponent activated the Bank Buster. Really digging for a Thoughtseize effect, I'm assuming, for this Clarion or the Yorion. Excuse me. The issue is they also have to answer the Bring Delight, because you can just grab a Glymph Weaver here as well. So they're in a really bad spot. If they're not careful, the turn after I Clarion, I might just go get a Niv Supreme, because I don't think they have a way to answer it. That was their way to answer the Supreme. Now I kind of want to Bring Delight and go grab a Glyph Weaver, so I can keep my carry edit around. Go combat for 2. Okay. Issue with putting that on the stack is I'd have to let them keep one of these if they edict me. Opponent plays Pathway. You got a Liliana for me? It's best case scenario. Nope, has another Fable. Okay. Well, yep, definitely have to clean up the board now. Bring delay. Okay, so I actually have a clean cut answer for this board state. I can go Vanishing versus this thing. I can go red, white, 1, Clarion, 3 damage to each creature. And then next turn I'm going to have access to a Bring Delight on an empty board. Opponents have 1 card in hand, no creature lands. They do have a Bank Buster, which can be crude, getting in some damage. But I'll probably go for a Niv Supreme next turn. Opponent activating, drawing a card here. Tap your mana correctly. Not using its draw card. Doing in their main phase, it's fun. Four plays Shieldred, okay. Shieldred's a pretty good one right now. So I can go even and kind of clean up everything they have going on here. That's fun. So I can go event on even, go down to 14. They have 1 card in hand. Yeah, that's fine. Eventually I'll play a spell. That's not a kill spell. The only issue is they have a Bank Buster, which turns all of their draws into a attack for 4, and I am getting kind of low on life. So I'm getting to the stage of the game. It's hardcast a bone. Oh, draw card. It's fun. I'm getting to the stage of the game where I might just want to go get an Omnath if I draw land to kind of put some life back in. There are 3 cards right now. Are they activating their upkeep so they wouldn't take an extra damage? Smart. Play a Bone Crusher. I don't know how I like that play. Unless they have a kill spell in hand, of course. Stomp, then do that, but this is fine, putting me to 10. Like I said, would like to draw a land here. I think Fable Passage is my best draw. Allows me to double Bring Delight. Vanishing Verse, okay. Black. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can go Valky down tick on Bank Buster. So, but that puts them with a Hive in play. So this Hive, they can now activate Hive, swing for 7. That's why I like the Stomp, because it puts me to 1 life. Alright, 1 black, white, here, and also green, red. Actually, because if I do this, if I draw like a Leyline Binding, I have access to the binding, of course. But the other question here is to grab an Elish Norn. I can also grab Yasharn here. So I can go grab Yasharn, put Yasharn into play, grab a... Because this can also hit Hive of the Eye Tyrant, so I can go grab Yasharn, grab a Forest, play 4, or grab a Plains. Plains is already on the field, so Yasharn doesn't work. Slaughter Games isn't good enough. Elish Norn. Just grab a Giant Dragon. Just grab a Dragon here. Draw a bunch of cards. No, none of these feel great to the opposing. Yeah, we're gonna go up here. I set a stop on my turn in case they play a Shieldred. I don't want to die to the Shieldred. Trying to Abrupt Decay. Right. I think Omnath is the highest upside if I draw land. Opponent's upkeep gonna draw a card, lose 2 down to 12. They still have access to activating the Hive. So I need the Omnath to live for 1 turn so I can play this Yorion. Kind of stabilize. If they activate Hive and smash in, I will trade the Bone Crusher for the Omnath or the Bank Buster for the Omnath to preserve life total. Could also just bring Delight for your Sharn and put a Forest in play. This also cuts off their treasure token mana. Not really relevant when they have this much mana available though. Okay. Double Thoughtseize this game. Who would have thought it would be this painful? So they're gonna activate the Hive here? Yeah. So if there's... I think that they should activate Hive, Crew Bankbuster, swing for 8 here, put me to 2. Just gonna go to combat like this. Really? That's interesting. We eating... Interesting play. Eat a Niv. I don't know that I'd eat a Niv, but okay. I guess they're worried about... Yeah, I don't know. And it's only 7, put me to 3, but yeah, I'll trade with the Bank Buster here, and I can Vanishing Verse this thing if I draw a land, because I gotta play some spell. Go to 7. Okay. If I draw a Leyline Binding, I'm more enticed to play Bring Delight here. Go Drown Catacombs. Actually, if I go get Omnath, this is me, so I can go black, white, like white, green, red, white. I need blue mana. What am I doing? Need this one to be blue mana. Okay, this can be red mana. This will be black. We're just going to Bring Delight for 4. Play the Drowned Catacombs. Gain 4 up to 11. Oh, wow. I have to pay green. Don't know how my own like lands work. Green. There we go. Alright, let's converge for 4. Put Omnath into play. Play land. Grab Omnath. Cast. Draw. Crucify Triumph. We'll gain 4 up to 11. Alright. So many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would also like to just start hitting our land drops. Like, we have missed a few land drops, which has kind of been restricting on our mana here. I just want to be able to untap with a threat. I think that's how we stabilize here. Of course, a really grindy game against the mid-range deck. Opponent draw Thoughtseize, or they draw a Fatal Push. Draw a Fatal Push. It's pretty good. Alright. It's fine. If they go for a Den activation here, or if they go for a Hive activation here, I'm going to Vanishing Verse the Hive. Because it says permanent, not non-land permanent. Because it turns it into a black 3/3 Menace. Beholder Menace, my bad. Black 3/3 Beholder Menace. So opponent's kind of thinking here. Issue is I have to do it in combat. They might also just Crew Bankbuster. If they Crew Bankbuster, I Abrupt Decay. Opponent tanking for a little bit here. I mean, I think the correct thing to do here is probably just to crew the Bankbuster, right? Just to push damage. Jeez. Opponent looks like they're stomping. Probably gonna see a stomp cast crew. They stomp cast crew. I Abrupt Decay the Bankbuster. Next turn, I mean, I can cast just a naked Yorion next turn and hold up a kill spell. Alright. Opponent did not misclick, so we do have to kill this thing. Abrupt Decay here. 4 cards in hand. Opponent plays Land for turn. They have 1 in hand. I'd like to draw a creature. Draw Growth Spiral. Okay. To Growth Spiral main phase. So if I target this thing, I'm gonna take 2. But I can also go play Yorion, kill this. So black, white. 4, 5. Green, blue. Okay. So we're gonna play Yorion. Opponent's 5 minutes down on clock. It's interesting. Talk about a long game one. Alright, we're gonna say go. Yorion can eat Bone Crusher, Vanishing Verse can eat Hive, and we are left over with cards. If opponent has a kill spell, then we might be forced to... No, if opponent has kill spell, then we're forced to eat the Hive. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do if opponent has kill spell. Probably gonna upkeep draw with Castle, I'd imagine. Opponent did not upkeep draw with Castle. I don't know if that was a misplay or not. Maybe they're valuing their life total more if they don't have an answer to the Orion. I could see that if they're not just wanting to put themselves on a two-turn clock to this Yorion. They're paying cost, maybe activating the Hive Tyrant. Channeling Soken's on. Okay. Probably channel Soken's on, activate Hive, shove. 3, 4, which completely blows them out to Vanishing Verse here. Do I let them eat something? What's my graveyard for Niv Supreme? I have 2 Brain Delights, which are the cards I care about most. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. I'll let them declare attacks. I'll eat Bone Crusher, have 2 1/1s left on the field to deal with. Okay, they're eating a Omnath. Okay. I don't know if they should be eating the cards that... I don't know if they should be eating the cards that their Graveyard Trespassers hit, unless they're just not running Trespasser. Here... We'll take 2 down to 7, and then next turn we have 2 cards in... Or we'll have 3 cards in hand, they'll have none. Alright. I drew a Fable Passage. I think I'm just gonna main phase. Yeah, I think I want to main phase this Growth Spiral, try to find some action. Okay. Did not find action. So now the question is, do I attack or do I just hold back? So I attack. To get 2, putting me to 5. I put them to 5 as well. So I'm on a 3-turn clock. They're not on a 3-turn clock. Well, I kind of want to save this Fable Passage for an Omnath. Because I've gone through one Omnath. I have 1 in exile. No, I have 1 in exile, yeah. Okay. So chances are this Yorion's not sticking around anyways. So I think I am going to shove here. I'm going to keep this Dreadbore in my hand. This plays really, really bad if they like find a creature land off the top that plays around my removal. But keeping these cards around are also just fodder for Niv Supreme. This also puts my opponent pressure on my opponent to not activate the castle. Give them less card draw. They drew a land. It's good for us. Opponent's still going to activate castle. Makes sense. Go to 4. I guess they... I don't know. They have to find a kill spell here or they lose. Looks like they found something. Did they find the kill spell off the top? They found a Croxa. Can they escape this Croxa? Does this Croxa change the game? I don't think this Croxa changes anything. Because they escape. I take 3, 4, 5. No. If I have 2 lands in hand, this Croxa wins. Rewarded for not discarding Dreadbore. Yeah, rewarded for not dreadboarding a spirit. So pitch 1, take 3, 4, 5 total. Go to combat, kill them. This Croxa would have been a lot better earlier in the game, because I wouldn't have had an answer to it earlier. Opponent's taking a minute. They need to be careful, they're running low on time. Yep, we'll discard here, say okay, and see if they'll just concede to that. Maybe they want the extra info. 2, 3, 4. Croxa. This card's so good. I was at one point playing Croxas on my board for control. Go to 4. Attack me for 2. Go to 2. And once again, that stomp from earlier in the game that we brought up that my opponent should have done, now it's come back to haunt them. My opponent should have stomped them Bone Crusher earlier in the game to push more damage and more pressure, and they just didn't. Drill end. Well, just don't click through combat and that'll be fun. And that's lethal. Alright, going into boarding. Yep. Alright. Going into boarding here, what do we want? We probably want this. Casualty of Wards is probably pretty good. We want all the Bank Busters. I think that's really all I want from the board in this matchup. I don't want the Slaughter Games. Yasharn's probably fine. Closest are great. Bring the Lights are great. Elish Norn's fine. I guess I can trim some number of these even though they kill Shieldred. Just need to trim 2 more cards. Probably trim into here. Yeah, I know it's grindy for the Planeswalker matchup, but then do I trim an event? I think I trim an event, right? We are going to be on the play, and we're going to reveal Yorion as our companion, of course. This hand looks great. This hand is board wipe into Omnath with turn 2 Caryatid. I don't know if I'm going to play the Caryatid if I'm board wiping, but I might not board wipe. Just depends on what the opponent has. Because I can't like speed the turn of this board wipe up, but if my opponent just goes, you know, turn 2 Harvester, then I'll probably keep up the board wipe instead of Caryatid on 2. Opponent has turn 1 Thoughtseize, so it looks like we're losing this Omnath. Unless they're wanting to cut us off the Caryatid for mana. But they do have Edict, so probably going to leave the Caryatid, just take the Omnath, which is what I would do. Just take off the payoff to the hand. Notably, I do have Domain already in my hand. Ketria into Godless Shrine gives me Domain. Okay. Opponent takes Caryatid, which is fine. Like I said, my curve here, if they go Harvester, is just a Clarion on 3. Stay the course. Now, if they go Harvester, I might also just Abrupt Decay and sandbag this Clarion a little bit longer. I could also save this Abrupt Decay for Liliana. But I'm going to 14 already. There's the Harvester. I might tank 3 and just, you know, Abrupt Decay. Or tank 3 and Deafening Clarion. They know about the Clarion though, so I doubt they'll play into it. Just gonna play this tapped. Could be punished for this. Like, I might want to... Yeah, I think I should have shocked that in to snag a Liliana. I wouldn't get punished for that. Because if opponent goes turn 3 Liliana, then I now have to... Yeah, it could be punished. We got lucky. Cycles with Shieldred. Looks like they're missing land drops here. It's really good for us. Due to the fact opponent's missing land drops, I probably might just play this Plains and Abrupt Decay this next turn. Wow, Duress. Okay. Now I don't know what they're gonna take. They have 3 more turns to bring the Lights relevant, but both these other cards take their only threat off the table. And they're running really low on cards. So they bring the Light. Okay. Gonna bash him for 3. We drew in Datha Triumph. Just gonna play mine Datha tapped and Sego. I'll probably end up Abrupt Decaying this Harvester next turn. opponent doesn't really have a whole lot going on. We're pretty comfortable just hanging out where we are. Next opponent has a Thoughtseize. Alright, with this Thoughtseize, I'm just gonna go ahead and hope they didn't draw land. They're probably gonna take Omnath, but like I said, we're in a pretty good spot anyways. They can go take Omnath. We have Clarion, so they can't really put any pressure on the board. Like, if they go land here, they can't Harvester, else they're just going to lose it to this Clarion. Like, these 1-for-1s just aren't great against my deck right now. Especially because now I'm just going to untap and buy Yorion. Or just draw Niv, that's crazy. Alright, and I'm going to put this into play, and I'll leave. If I draw Omnath, I can Omnath. Actually, I can't Omnath, but I think this is still better. Because I do want to actually draw some lands here. Especially since if I plan to Niv next turn. Opponent drew another Thoughtseize. Gee, that's 3 Thoughtseize and a Duress. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Opponent saw 4 hand disruptions in their opener and said we're going to keep it. Okay. Can play Harbor. And I guess I'm just going to play my Yorion. Just a naked Yorion. Just make them use all of their answers as they get them. Once again, this plays very poorly into Liliana, but I think my opponent's far enough behind on resources. Just burying them in mana here is probably good. Just knowing that every one of my top decks is going to be insane. Oh, and here we get to play the Drago game until we draw a bomb. We left the board out. I'll probably drew their next land. Let's see, we took out 2 Verses, Slaughter Games, and Nahiri. So what was the event? Okay. Turns to hard casting a Bone Crusher. It's fine. Just gonna Clarion that. So white. Red 1, Clarion, good opponent. And another reason to hold on to this land, by the way, is if I draw a Niv Supreme, 2, 4, 5, I can flashback, like an Abrupt Decay. Opponent cost a Fable. I mean, they're going to need a lot to catch up here, but that's a pretty good start. Raw green. I think I'm gonna main phase cycle this raw green. Trying to Abrupt Decay. Well, I definitely don't want my opponent drawing out of the rut they're in, so we're gonna go ahead and decay this and say go. Feels bad because if they are like just mana stuck and have a Shieldred here, they just get to cast their Shieldred. But just letting them loot away to find more resources also doesn't feel good. So if they have Shieldred, they have Shieldred. I could actually get them back in this game. Harvester, okay. Drew a Leyline Binding. Alright, we're just gonna say go, see what they do. I'm probably gonna Binding the Harvester. Probably got a Stomp. Opponent does have a Stomp. Now it might be better just to Binding the Bone Crusher here. Liliana. Oh, it's pretty good, pretty good. I think I have to Binding this Liliana now. So we're gonna go Binding Liliana. They're gonna discard nothing. We'll discard a land. They're going to hit us for 5, down to 8, and now we actually are kind of on the hot seat. This game flopped around pretty fast. We haven't really drawn much action. Unfortunate. It is what it is. So, opponent just have 4 hand disruptions. Well, that's a pretty good draw. So, there's a Blood Baron opponent. Opponent's probably looking at this card like, what in the world? And it still allows them to attack with the Bone Crusher. Definitely does not shut that one off. So this second line of text for +6/+6 was never ever going to matter. Just the pro black is like insane. Gonna loot away a Haunted Ridge, draw another card. The opponent drew some action, casting the Bone Crusher, casting Bone Man, okay. Alright, opponent just saying go. Don't really want to trade these two cards. Niv Supreme. So I can go attack. So I can go attack here, go to 12, take 7, 8, 9. Might be better to hold this back on defense, but I send out 5 minutes on the clock. I can't block it, it has flying. Does it not have flying? Wait, what? Like, oh wow, I didn't read my own cards. Okay. Well, this is probably fine. It's still a fun exchange with the Niv coming down. Well, that's what we learn now. I guess we're learning the hard way. Now this turns every other draw from this point in the game into a hot draw if my opponent doesn't kill this. So my next draw, if they don't kill this, is a Bring Delight. And I'll probably just grab a Yasharn. Actually, I'll probably just grab Big Dragon, right? Let's grab the Big Niv. Opponent has a Harvester here. Plays land tapped. Opponent's playing fast now because I know they have to. Okay. Alright, so cast Bring Delight, so white, blue, green, red, black, done. Discard this card, cast Bring Delight. We're gonna grab, where's it at? There it is. Grab Big Niv. Opponent has 4 minutes on the clock and running really low on resources here. Also like this list a lot because there is a lot more wow. There's a lot more color pairings in this list than my original list. This list is really strong. This card is really strong. Just turning all of your top decks into Ring Delight is like really insane. Now they have to answer both of these with answers off the top of the deck. Like, I just don't think that's possible. Opponent draws a card. I also just have 2 Abrupt Decays chilling on my yard that are actually active. This is just obscene. Drawing a card. If they're only out there, it's probably Extinction Event, right? Yeah. Good game, opponent. Number 2, I'm going to reveal Yorion, and it looks like we are going to be on the draw. I don't know, it didn't ask me. I guess that means I'm on the draw. I mean, I have lands, I have spells, I'm going to keep it. Well, if I'm playing Modern, I'm thinking I'm playing against Indomitable Creativity, but we're gonna play this one tap and say go. I can probably turn my upkeep stop off. I just needed it for the other matchup because I play Shieldred, and I want to die to the Shieldred in the upkeep. But I'm playing Jund? No, mirror match. Okay. We have queued into the mirror match. Only thing is, we have an available Leyline Binding, so if opponent goes turn 3 Omnath here, we're probably just binding. Looks like opponent does have Omnath here. So, we're going to go ahead and binding it. We'll draw a card. We have a raw green Triumph. I mean, we have all of our colors now. Just play this and say go. Is opponent on Yorion too? Opponent is also on Yorion. They might be literally playing the exact same deck. Opponent plays a Forest. They have another on. No, they have a Niv. Jeez, opponent. Sick curve with this Caryatid. Untap and drew a land. Ugh, painful. Painful, painful. What am I looking for? I mean, I can go Nahiri uptick. That'd kill Nahiri with this thing. Because Nahiri goes to 6. Oh, they don't actually kill Nahiri here. Yeah, I'll just slam it with Nahiri and uptick. I drew Clothis. Unfortunate. Did I just not play my land for turn? Wait, what? I think I did play my land for turn. Okay, yeah, I mean, I have to sacrifice my Nahiri now. Oh, they did. Yeah, I did play my land for turn. Alright, we'll take 5 down to 14. I just need to find an answer. Oh, they did this thing. Okay. Vanishing first. Yeah. Okay. Not quite. Card's interesting. Do a Fable Passage. Alright, let's see. We're gonna go blue, red, 1. We're gonna cast this. We're going to make a treasure and we're gonna loot. Okay. Did not find the Wrath. Bomb into bomb into bomb. Just insane. Alright. So we'll do what they did last game and just go bomb into bomb into bomb. Okay. It's on you, opponents. Go turn 2 summit, Caryatid. Opponent also plays an Indatha on 1. Yeah, I'll play summits. Boop boop. Alright. The only issue is they showed me the battle that makes people sack. I haven't played very much of that card, but if they played that battle here, it'd feel pretty bad. Alright. So we get to go green, red, 1, Clothis. And I guess we'll play this one tabbed because I don't think I have any. Yeah. And the next turn I can bring to light, I can go bring to light, putting a Elishnorn into play. Oh, maybe I should have kept my things in for Elishnorn. Well, I hope I don't lose to Elishnorn now. So I can go blue, red, white, black. Okay. So I can go blue, red, white, black, green, bring to light. Dovin's Veto. Dang, upsetting. Good opponent. It's giving a little bit of juice for this Clothis though. I don't have counter for Bring to Light. Opponent has Omnath. Man, I want Omnath. I want Omnath, opponent. Gain 4. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna eat this. Okay. Alright. So I can go do the same exact thing. What was it? Blue, red, black, white, green, bring to light, number 2. Did I go Niv Supreme here, actually? So I grab Supreme here, and they don't have an answer. What are the chances they don't have an answer for, though, right? I think I just grab an Elishnorn, right? There's no way I don't just grab Elishnorn here, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna grab Elishnorn. Go to opponent. They have the Vanishing Verse. Unfortunate. Alright, we'll go 1, 2, 3. We're gonna cycle this garden. Omnath's just dominating this game. 5-1. I mean, I'm gonna play the Mana Confluence actually. Do I buy the Yorion is the question. Okay. Don't think I am. Yeah, I'd rather hold up the K command. So I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, not that far away from my opponent. Also has a Kolaghan's command. I'm gonna discard the Niv Supreme. Just makes my K command better. Okay. Going 3. They have a Bring Delight here. Oh, freaking brutal. Red, black, 1. We're gonna cast this. We're gonna have them discard and return, I guess. Return there, discard there. Man, this card's putting in work. Dovin's Veto. They just put 1 in hand. Just Dovin's Veto. Yeah, they just put a Dovin's Veto. I mean, I say just Dovin's Veto, but it's still pretty good. I don't want to forget about the Dovin's Veto and play into it. Do have the mana to cast the Dovin's Veto, so we're gonna go. And they have a Niv Makes. 2 in hand. So I can go red, blue, black, white, green, play Niv Supreme. Could have gave myself more mana here. I think I'm just gonna say go. I can play land here, but like the issue is they have a veto, which like just counters our next play. And like they know with Supreme on the battlefield, I'm not gonna resolve any of these Bring Delights till later. I'm just gonna slam for 6, makes sense. Extinction event, brutal, absolutely brutal. Opponent just dominating this game, just resolving this on math. I just don't have an answer to it. I guess I'll take some mana. Take green mana. And cycle. Drew a Fabled Passage. Do I concede here? They have 1 card in hand. It's Dovin's Veto. 2, 3. We're gonna buy this. I don't know. I have Casualty of Wars in my deck. They have a Veto in hand as their last card. I gotta keep remembering that. 1, 2. Play Harbor and say go. Tank 4 down to 6. Opponent's just so high on life. They also buy Yorion. They can also play the Yorion. Man, this is just so much. If they play the Yorion here, this is the turn where I absolutely have to find something. Like a Bring Delight here. Like, this is the turn they find the Yorion, then this is the turn I need to draw Bring Delight, so I can go Glyph Weaver, destroy these two things, and try to, like, get back. It's my only chance here is to draw Bring Delight, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's not Bring Delight. So I can just do this one, I guess. I don't have all my types. It's weird. Alright, I'm gonna binding this thing away. Play Yorion. We're not gonna blink any number of permanents. Play land for turn and say go. Probably also should have kept this land for Omnath. Opponent, please just draw land. Man. Yeah. Good games, opponent. A few more lands and we'll be fine, but this hand has lands, spells, and ramp spells. So we're starting to Catch Your Triumphs. Say go. And
I'm heading to back cake stuff. Do you need anything while I'm out? Okay.
alright, see you in a bit. Alright, we drew land. Looks like we're playing against Rakdos mid-range. This is probably gonna be the deck I take to Dallas. So like some variant of these 5-color decks are probably gonna end up what I take to Dallas, because these are just the decks I enjoy. Hope we don't get Shieldred's Edict here. That's gonna feel really, really bad. Maybe Harvester is fine. Yeah, Harvester's fine. Yeah, actually this is like great for us. We're just going to K command them. Yeah, I can just go K command here, eat the Harvester, and make them discard a card. Nice little 2 for 1. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do this now. There's no reason not to. Cascade command. 2 damage. Do I pop the... No, I definitely just make him discard a card. They discard a croak. Oh, well, that feels bad. Opponent just have a land. Probably see a Trespasser here or something. If he's a Fable, it's pretty good too. Alright. To an Extinction event. Alright, so we're gonna go red, green, blue, white. Play Omnath here, try to find a land. Go to 24 and say go. I think the next turn my best draw is probably a Fabled Passage. Just lets me do everything. Discarding a Bank Buster, that's crazy to me. Their hand that good. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm not getting stomped out of this game. You can hit me for 2. My opponent discarding Bank Buster here, that's crazy. Oh, Fatal Push before blocks. Okay, fair enough. Opponent gets to play a Shieldred here. Okay, that's pretty good. Clothis, well, that's pretty good too. 2, 3, 4. So they're 1 away from Croaks the next turn if they just have. Jesus, brutal. It is brutal, brutal, brutal. I can go Bring Delight for Yasharn. 3, 4. We're so close to that Croaksa coming back. Do I have any answers to a Croaksa here? I mean, I'm also willing to just... I can also just go Bring Delight for Valky here. Yeah, that's probably good. We'll Bring Delight for Valky, down tick on Valky. That forces them to spend their turn answering. Yeah, this spends their turn forcing them to answer Valky instead. I like that more. So I need green, white, blue. I don't have... Yeah, let's do this because Valky's not 5 mana. could also, hold up. So I can also cast, no, this is fine. I don't need to take it back. I was like, I can also grab an Elishnorn, which is also probably good, because it shuts down the Croaks in the yard, but this is also probably fine. So we'll do this, and now we have their Shieldred to play on the back foot our next turn. I can also just, like, they can play their Croaks if they want here, or they have to answer this, and if they answer this, then I'm just gonna, you know, Extinction Event. Looks like opponent has another Shieldred, that's fine. Has another Shieldred, gets to attack this thing. Man, this feels insanely bad. Are they just coming for face? Wait, what? Oh no, they did go for the Tibble, okay. Feels bad. So... So I can go Dreadbore this. Play Clothis. Go Shieldred. Alright, all my turns lead on... I'm going to be playing my land for turn. So if I go Extinction Event for EU and I get rid of Shaman, that leaves them with Reflection. They get to go Croxa next turn. 2, 4. They don't have quite enough for the Croxa. I can also just play a Shieldred here. I don't know. I think I just want an Extinction Event. The issue is Extinction Event for even. I'll also just go Dreadbore, Shieldred, play Clothis. And it's really tough. So you guys try to fake that I have it, right? Alright, so we'll go event on even, get rid of these two things. Feels bad because I really wanted to clump this Croaks into this event. So we go event on even, we lose our dude. We said go. Let's see if they go. They can definitely Croaks here, by the way, because they can just discard to the blood token. That's what they're gonna do. So now they just get to go shock. Man, this is painful. 2, 3, 4. Croxa, discard Growth Spiral. We'll discard Growth Spiral, right? Yeah. Texas is fine. Discard the Growth Spiral. The next time I'm just gonna go Dreadbore Colithus. Take it up for 2. Fable's such a broken card. So much value out of one card. Alright, Monkey, we're gonna draw Nahiri. I mean, I can also just go Nahiri. No, Nahiri's fine. I can save the Nahiri to answer this Croxa now. Or, I mean, I have the closest for that, so I can go black. So green, yeah, this is gonna plenty of that. So we're gonna go Dreadbore the Croxa. And now I can go red, green, 1, play out Clothis. Say go. They have 2 cards in hand. Now I still need an answer. The Nahiri is the answer for the Fable here. Because I can down take exile it because it's an enchantment. Opponent plays a land. It's a pretty good land. Looks like they're running out of gas though. I'll keep. I get to exile this Croxa. Okay. So this Din will just straight up kill this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't quite have enough to do that. So I think I'd rather go... I mean, this forces them to do that, and I get to play... Okay, this is fine. So I can go white, red, 1, 1. Play Nahiri. Exile Fable. Say go. So, like, if I do this, it forces them to use the Din to kill the Nahiri. They'll summon 1 at me, I go to 15. And then I get to play the Shieldred. My graveyard's actually relevant now. This you may... Exile target card from a graveyard. Okay, it's not a May ability. This is coming at Nahiri. They're both coming at Nahiri? No, it's just one coming at Nahiri. Okay. It's fine. 1, 2. Harvester. Okay. That's a lot of pressure. So if I draw Untap Source, I mean, Yeah, if I draw untap source here, I can draw a Niv. It's pretty good. So what do I not want to have again? I don't think I have a way to bring back Planeswalkers, so we're going to exile the Nahiri. Go to 17. And I went to combat for some reason. Okay. I'm just going to play the Niv here, right? I mean, I can play the Shieldred, put them under pressure on draw steps, but it can be fatal pushed. Do you have a Hive of the Eye Tower now? Okay, so red, blue, green, white, black. We're gonna play this Niv. Drew a Slaughter Games, Big Sag. Man, that was a really bad Niv. What am I Slaughter Games for? Couldn't consider Fable, but I don't really need that. I've already dealt with one Shieldred in their deck. I've already dealt with Croxes. Maybe I just play out the... Yeah, I don't know. Opponent can also go fire up Den of the Bugbear, attack with Den. Just go stomp face. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm just gonna play it. Okay. So, what are we hitting next? Just hit this Growth Spiral. One, two, three, four, five. Still only have 5 lands. Alright, so I definitely want to play my land for turn. Black, red, Dreadbore Harvester probably, so they can't draw another Harvester. Neg 4, neg 4. Then I have 3 mana left. I'm probably just going to pick up Yorion here. They can Thoughtseize me if they want to. Let's see, if I hit them for 6, I'll put them on a 2-turn clock. If I hit them for 6, they animate Den 8, 9 me. I go... So if they 9 me, I go to 8, they find the thing, and I die. So I'm just going to leave back just because if they find a removal spell, it makes this attack feel really bad. I've shielded on the crackback though. Well, if they find a removal spell, then they have to use... They're going to kill it anyways. Yeah, if they find a removal spell, it's dying either way. Alright, the Cycle of Blood token. I still have their Shieldred. I really need to play their Shieldred at some point here. Kind of tight on my mana though, we'll say that. Definitely have felt a little restricted on the amount of lands I've drawn. Alright, opponent concedes. Cool stuff. Go into sideboard. Alright, opponent goes land, shock, play Harvester. Yeah, Harvester. I think I'm gonna play Passage here actually, because if I go Passage here, I can go grab a Mountain, and then next turn I can Clarion. Opponent Thoughtseized. Okay. Probably take one of these two. Probably opponent probably has another Harvester if they took the Deafening Clarion, right? Oh wow, okay. It's pretty aggressive. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna grab the Mountain either way, because I still wanna... I don't have another Clarion to draw, but I still want to draw this. Man, it's good bit of pressure actually. Alright, so plays the Goth Triumph. So go. Have Domain. I'll probably take the Misery Shadow just because it represents the most damage. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna snag this Misery Shadow here. It just represents way too much damage. I'll take 3 down to 14. You draw a non-land permanent here would be nice. Now, opponent plays a Liliana. I got plenty to discard to it. Alright, they're gonna start by cycling a blood token here. What was the third Haunted Ridge? And we're seeing triple red Bone Crusher. Okay, just playing a Bone Man. Very aggressive. Valky, a God of Lies. I'll just play this Valky so I don't just take a ton of damage. Like I almost think I just played this Valky out. Yeah, let's cast the Valky. It feels bad, but like, what is this thing? Thing's a god. No. This is about to be very painful next turn. Okay, so we have red, black, white, green. I mean, I have all my colors. So I guess I'm gonna play the Godless Shrine tapped, and then next turn I can bring Delight for something. I don't know what I'm bring delighting for. I don't know what gets me out of this position. My opponent just goes Power Word, kill Croxa. They hit me for 7, 8, 9, 10 this turn. Jeez, I don't know if I have a way out of this position. You can have this one, opponent. I need to draw Omnath. That's what I need to draw. Omnath is my only chance here, so I can gain some life. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is not an Omnath. It's a really good card. Alright, so we're gonna go red, blue, white, black, green. It's really interesting because even if this is insane, I don't know if it's good enough. Okay, so if I grab Niv Makes, I go block, take 3. Grab Omnath, I block, take 4, and die. So if I take Niv Supreme, I can go block here, take 3. I think that's my best, and it dodges the most removal. I think my only way to come back is Supreme here. So yeah, I go Niv Supreme here, I can block. They have to have exactly Dreadboard to answer it, and then I can go Flashback, Deafening Clarion, kill their board, gain 5. I guess Stomp actually just straight up kill me. Opponent thinking. No, I see, like I said, I'm gonna block. Hexproof from Mono Colors. They have a Harvester, feels really, really bad. Like, Harvester number 2, kill this. Like, feels bad, but sure. Okay. Yeah. You got, oh, okay, I see what you're doing, opponent. I see you, opponent. So the question is, do I go to 1 life here? Alright, so if I go to 1 life here, discarding the Blood Crypt. So if I go to 1, discard Blood Crypt, draw untapped source. I have black, black, green, so I have to draw untapped green source. And then I can go Deafening Clarion, swing for 5, but then I take 9. So I take 9 either way, so I guess high roll it. Just take 3 down to 1. Hope to draw the untapped green source. Also have Bring Delight there. Maybe I should have discarded the casualties. Okay, well. Need to pull my graveyard up here. Yeah, that was a misplay. I think I should have discarded casualties, stayed at 4, played Omnath, gained 4. Nope, can't fix it now. It's red, so I need green and white. No, green and black. Alright, what am I grabbing here? So if I grab a Sharn... Nah. I think I grab just Omnath, draw lands. not draw land. Oh, this is agitating. Misplay. Alright. I think I have to keep the Omnath for life gain, sadly. Alright. Put up with a Misery Shadow. Oh, no, I could have described a Glyph Weaver, right? Man, just misplay after misplay here. Still just draw that. Yeah, that was just such a bad misplay on my part. Man, why did I not describe a Glyph Weaver? So if I block, I mean I can double block it and then just let them pick. Probably just kill the Niv Makes Supreme, right? Yep. Stomp is brutal. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Also pretty good when I'm at 1 life. So just draw Fable Passage, untap green source. Nahiri the Harbinger. 1, 2. We're gonna cast Nahiri. So I can go down tick Nahiri. No, I think I have to draw lands. Just completely punted this game away. So I guess block Misery Shadow. Goblin does something. Discards a Duress. Okay. Wanna play slams with both. If they have before damage fatal push, I lose the game. Don't have a before damage fatal push. Probably should have looked at what things were coming at. Assuming they're both coming to me, but I could be wrong. They were both coming to me. Okay. Now I can down tick Nahiri, exile this. Opponent has a Graveyard Trespasser. It's no longer good enough. 2. One, 2, 3. Draw another land. Let's card this, draw Leyline Binding. Yeah, we're just dead. Let's go to game number 3, opponent. Let's go to game number 3. Man, that punt. Punt. Alright, guys, we'll be on the play. Alright, let's see. So this hand's literally unkeepable. This hand is better, but not very keepable, but we're going to keep. And we're probably going to put back, I want to say, the Casualties of War, right? Yeah. Alright, opponent. Opponent kept a full 7. It's not what we want to hear, but it is what we have been served with. Turn 1 Thoughtseize here, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's brutal. Bye-bye, Sylvan Curated. I bet that's probably what they're going to take. That's what I would take, yeah. Brutal. It's even more brutal when I don't draw my next land. Actually, it's not yield. Brutal. Alright, opponent. Alright, drew a Steam Vents. So I'm gonna go black-red, get some pressure off of me here. Kinda kill this thing. Play land taps, they go. I have to draw another land, so I can go red, blue, white. Try to play an Omnath or Nahiri. Opponent's Oh, it does not feel like a great spot to be in right now. Another Blood Teth Harvester on the table. So can't play the Nomnath now. Alright, drew Dragon Skull Summit. So I can go. I have to play the Nahiri now. Alright. +2. Do I just discard this Omnath? I can't cast it, so probably. Another Niv. It's not a good feeling. Like, Niv's really, really good, don't get me wrong. Like red, black, blue, white. So if I draw another land, I can cast this Niv. Liliana. Well, that's one way. It's another way to take this game over. I think sweet 3 in a Harry, right? Yeah. Oh, we drew a Bank Buster. 2. Just gonna play the Bank Buster main phase of draw. Alright, I'm assuming they probably have a land, but now I'll probably keep the Bring to Light, so I can Bring to Light for Glyph Weaver. Keep my Nahiri. They just activate Den of the Bugbear. Like their turn's just an autopilot turn. They just slam me for 3, slam Nahiri for 1, slam uptick Liliana. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what this deck does. If it stumbles, the Rakdos deck's consistent key. You can just get underneath it. Yeah. Missing land drops is just so unfortunate. Drew an Elish Norn. Just having also main phase, this feels really bad. I drew a tap land. Good. Opponent also notably did not uptick to Liliana, which means their hand probably already has an answer to this one of these 2 cards. So, no, I'll probably just play the Niv out next turn, try to draw some cards. Trespasser, pretty good. I might also just Bring to Light for Glyph Weaver, let them keep the Goblin token and blow up the Liliana and whatever else they play this turn. Like, if they play Harvester here is like the best case scenario for me. 1 card in hand. Not getting in, okay. So red, black, blue, green, white. Bring to Light for 5. Done. So go Glyph Weaver, Deadly Vanity. We'll choose this. Everything else goes bye-bye. Good. Next turn I can play Niv Makes. They get to 5 me here, go to 11. Yep. Alright, opponent 5s me, I go to 11. Draw a card. Alright, drew a Dreadbore. So red, black, blue, green, white, Niv Makes. It's also notably nighttime. Yeah, we're gonna take the Casualty of War here. Gonna use the casualties to blow up the den. So I have black, black. So, yeah, I don't have enough to cast the casualties. I have green, green, black. So if I draw another black source, I can go Casualty of War. Putting light, looting away PWK, distort non-dragon. Why are people playing that card? Alright, they probably take Bring to Light. Not take Bring to Light here. Opponent just concedes, it's interesting. Wasn't casting that for another turn. Either way, 2-1. Man, did not think we were winning that game against Rakdos. The crazy part about is Power Word killed actually does kill Niv Makes in paper. It's crazy. Opponent is a modern 2022 player. Got that DRC in going on there. We're gonna take a mulligan. This hand looks fine. Put back Valky. Show your worst opponent. Oh, it's Grease Fang. Oh, it's humans. It's even worse. My hand is obscenely, like, my hand is horrible against humans. It's pretty good against me. Pretty good. Slam for 2, go to 18. Yeah. Alright. Oh, that was crap. Now I can't even play this. I should have played the Fabled Passage. Man, just punting this whole game away. Just punted this whole game away with the Fabled Passage, question mark. No, there probably wouldn't have been... Actually, yeah, because like I could use the Fabled Passage to power out the Yashar in the next turn. Interesting. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yep. Could buy my Yorion here, but I don't really think it matters. I think we're just dead in by humans here. Humans stealing a quick game 1 off of us. Take 8. If they play a Lieutenant, well, then they play Lieutenant, they get the game. I didn't really have anything going on this game. I could have played a Clothis, but I think Clothis wasn't doing anything. Both our yards are empty. I'd add 1 mana, play land. I could go Niv, but I think I'm also just straight up dead to the board state, even with a Niv. Opponent tanking here. Alright, opponent just, I guess, lagged? I don't really know. Okay. I mean, we're gonna crack for red source here, but we're just mega dead here. It's like the only thing I can draw now is a Deafening Clarion, which I do mean a copy of. Okay. Opponent, I guess their side is just really laggy. Yeah, we didn't draw the Deafening Clarion. We're just dead. Good game, opponent. Good game. Alright, going into sideboard, I think I have 3 cards for this entire matchup. Not great. What am I cutting in this matchup? Definitely cutting the Slaughter Games. Cutting probably both Nahiris. Yep, Slaughter Games and Nahiris. Running it back for game number 2. We're gonna be on the play this time, which is gonna give us a chance to not die to this deck. Hand's not really that great. I think I'm gonna take a mulligan. This hand's horrible. Unfortunately, we're going to 5 against humans, one of our worst matchups. I guess we're keeping this 5. Man, Game did not want us to win. Game did not want us to win. Oh, mulliganing to 5, seeing 3 tap lands and no interaction till turn 3. Game did not want us to win. Worst part about it is opponent has horrible connection, so I have to wait 30 minutes for their turn to see how we lose. Turn 1 Dauntless, okay. Let's play the taps, they go, and then I have Dragon Skull Summit. Next turn, I can binding their play here, but if they go Thalia, I'll binding their Thalia. No way, Kona kept a 1-lander, right? Okay. There's a Hopeful Initiate. Alright. Well, now I definitely want to draw a Deafening Clarion. If my opponent's going triple 1-drop, I definitely want the Clarion. Yeah. Oh. Alright, we're gonna play Ketria Traps. We're gonna say go. We're probably gonna Leyline Binding the Hopeful Initiate here. Jeez, this is each other human you control gets +1/+0. I think that probably takes. I don't know. Like the issue is like this thing is just gonna blow up my This thing's just gonna blow up my Leyline Binding. I guess I still just get this so I don't die, and then I just hope to find another answer to the Hopeful Initiate. Because the issue is like I can do this thing, it gets pumped, and I'll take 6 opposed to taking 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I take 6 instead of 9. Feels bad, but like I'm drawing toward my 1-of Clarion. Jeez. Extinction Event would also be like really high here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Matchup feels hopeless. Definitely think that going into sideboarding from now on, I think I want to cut. Yeah, good opponent. I think I'm gonna trim in the board. I don't know. I think I want to make room for 2 Clarions in the board. General Kudrow. It's pretty good. Take a 9. I got a block. I'm on the draw Extinction Event or lose game plan now. Do not draw Extinction Event. You got it, opponent. GG's. Oh, I was in the top 5 cards. Please don't be Lotus Field. Please don't be Lotus Field. I can't beat Lotus Field. Let's see. If opponent's playing Lotus Field, I don't think I can win that matchup. If opponent's playing Boat, then I think I'm fine. Alright. I don't know what. I mean, I'm assuming my opponent's playing Lotus Field. These 2 lands in their deck. I mean, if they're playing Lotus Field, my life total don't matter. So. Opponent and Bolt. Yeah. All right. Man, opponent took a long time for that turn. Probably not winning this one, just gonna be 100% honest with you guys. It's like one of the worst matchups for this deck, is the Lotus Field deck. Even on a mulligan to 5, we just don't have any ways to interact with their deck. Alright, so we're gonna go green, white, 1, 1, especially game 1. Like, I have absolutely no interaction for them game 1. Alright, So we're gonna use a Sharn's trigger to go get our planes, try to thin the deck so that we don't draw into lands. Like, the only way for us to win this matchup is to just start slamming for as much damage as possible. Oh. Here's the battlefield. Search your library for a basic forest card and a basic plains card. I guess they're two. Okay, they're two separate pieces. Okay. And it's on your opponents. All right. Well, we have accomplished a threat in play. We will see if that determines to be good enough. This is the Thespian stage. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't think I'm beating double Lotus Field on this hand. It's a Vanishing Verse. I don't know if it's going to do anything in this matchup. Don't think it does. I can Vanishing Verse there. I can Vanishing Verse. I can actually give them the stupid Omniscience and then Vanishing Verse for Omniscience. It's interesting, actually. Okay, so I think I'm gonna buy my Yorion here and then play plains, have black white. Alright. Gonna buy Yorion here, hold up Vanishing Verse, and say go. So it's gonna take us 3 turns to kill our opponent here. I don't know if we have 3 turns. So let's see what we come in for the sideboard. So sideboard, we're gonna bring in 3 Thoughtseize, 3 Dovin's Veto, I think. Alright guys, so just a little recap of what just happened, because I'm just going to skip through everything that just happened to make all of our lives better. Our opponent just looped Sandra Beacons of Hope and just killed us with Sandra's. Like, I don't have a real way to tell you. It just killed us with Sandra's. I've never seen this way of Lotus Field, but maybe this is new tech. I'm not really sure. Either way, long, painful opponent's down to 7 minutes on the clock. Let's go to the next game. I think we're going to bring in, of course, 3 vetoes, 3 Thoughtseizes. We're going to cut the Bard Wipes. We don't really need those. We're going to cut the Nahiris. We're going to cut 2 Nahiris, Extinction Event, Deafening Clarion. Opponent made a misclick, cost him quite a bit of time. Probably cut 1 of our Dreadbores, couple Abrupt Decays. Actually, I'm just going to cut the Abrupt Decays, keep the Dreadboard in. What's my cutting? I really don't know what to cut against this deck. Just so painful. I'll probably just cut the Elish Norn. Oh wait, no, I need to bring cards in. Wrong way. I mean, I really don't know. None of my cards are good. I'll bring this thing in because it kills Lear. Alright, I'm gonna be on the play, guys. Opponent has 7 minutes on the clock to kill us with a combo. Looks like their list takes a lot longer to kill than normal. This hand is a keep. I'm not gonna go turn 1 Thoughtseize. I think I want to go turn 1 fetch lands. Nah. I can go turn 1 Thoughtseize. They have Grazer. It's like a time walk. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna bolt myself. Go Thoughtseize turn 1. Oh well. This is So I mean, I can go. No. If I draw an untapped source next turn, I can do Dovin's Veto. I think I just take the Zakama, because I'll have Dovin's Veto for the Balagate Recovery. Okay, Balagate Recovery is 1 card. Opponent goes on Sanctum. Hopefully no Grazer, no Grazer. Alright. Well, go ahead, opponents. They'll probably go Otawara, Thespian. They'll probably go Otawara, Sylvan Scrying here. That's what I would imagine is about to happen. gonna fetch up some white mana here. Alright. It's on you, opponent. Alright, well, we missed our land drop. I'm not gonna play this. I want to hold up this Dovin's Veto. Actually, that's bad, right? Because they're probably just gonna go Lotus Field here. Unfortunate. What are those Sylvan Scrying? They already have a Lotus Field in their hand. What are they grabbing? Like, that's fine. I don't know if they're grabbing, but it's fine. Maybe another Lotus Field? Strings is a sorcery, right? From Beseiju. Okay. I mean, yeah. It's a second Sylvan Scrying. I've seen the Otawara. Vanishing Verse was the pickup. Alright, so yeah, I think it feels really bad that I'm not drawing lands, but like I can't play this carried out. I'm not advancing my board state, but like it feels bad. Just Thespian Stage. I do run like 35 lands, so there we go. I'll tap lands. Opponent gets to copy their Lotus Field end of turn. Okay. Let's go Balagate Recovery, get back to Kama here. It's pretty good. Pretty good line. Probably gonna Dovin's Veto that, right? Because I don't think I have a way to answer that stupid dinosaur right now. So, I've seen Lotus Field, Thespian Stage, Balagate Recovery. Jeez. I'm veto that. I'm not trying to beat the dinosaur. Best draw is another Dovin's Veto here. Alright, they put the card on the bottom. Okay. Okay, deck. I feel you. The deck doesn't want to lose to this either. Oh, it's so funny when the deck doesn't want to lose either. The deck like wanted to lose, but just didn't want to lose. Oh my god, my opponent has so much mana now. Opponent's doing some math now, though. They are under 5 minutes, which is notable. Cast a Brawl, that's fine. Can actually kill this Brawl. Just kill the Brawl, I guess. There's no reason not to kill Brawl. So it's like oddly awkward. Like I'm obviously not winning this game, but I think I'm winning this game due to chess clock because my opponent took like 15 minutes to kill me last game. Like it feels like a bad way to win, but like it's a way to win to get your ticks back, I guess. Like I don't really know. Because like they have to go through the entire combo just to get Dovin's vetoed, which feels bad. Can Lotus Field beat control? Am I tripping? So I can go, what, green, black, this, just hardcast Ultimatum, is that their plan? They can actually just do the thing. Pour over the pages, yeah, there's only one card of care. Oh wait, hold up, they have a Leer though. Maybe it's worth countering this. So another land would be nice. Hidden Strings, Sure. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright guys, opponent killed us with 0 minutes on the clock, or with 1 minute and a half on the clock with Sandra looping with Ballet recovery. Either way, we're gonna go into this this Niv list. I do like the Niv list quite a bit. I feel like it's strong. I just paired against a bad matchup and lost to the mirror, drawing pretty well. Some things that I want to change about the list. Oh, sorry. Things I do want to change about this list. I don't know how I feel about Thoughtseize in these decks. The Blood Baron seem kind of medium. So maybe these 4 cards I would change. Maybe leave Blood Baron for now. Maybe because Rakdos is so prevalent. But I think I want to change at least these 3 to like 2 Clarions and maybe a Hitasugu. For these just aggro matchups that are really, really hard to beat. So I think those would be the only changes I'd make, and maybe like this to like a Lavinia for the mirror match if we're gonna see a lot more of these mirror matches come along. But either way, deck felt fine. Nahiri being so many copies felt kind of weird sometimes. Card just, sometimes it feels really, really good, sometimes it feels kind of medium. But either way, I will definitely be playing around with this list a little bit more. Niv Supreme felt insane. Just probably going to be cutting down on some of these numbers. Probably, like I said, 2 Clarion and Hitasugu. But either way, with that all being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.